I am so excited to film this video. Today I will share with you my favorite summer scents for this summer. It was so hard for me to decide on which perfumes I want to share with you. I actually felt a little bit like at an award show and I had to pick the winners, but I chose my favorites. I think none of the perfumes are new, but they are my favorites, so let's jump in. I had to start with my favorite. It's my go-to scent for summer. It has been for some years now. This is Virgin Island Water by Creed, and this to me is my favorite Creed ever created. This is just perfection in a bottle to me. If you want to feel like you are at a luxurious resort somewhere in the Caribbeans, this is it. Or maybe you are at a destination like that, then it's perfect as well. But it's perfect as an everyday scent as well because it gives the vibes. This has main accords of fresh, citrus, and sweet, with notes of, in the top, lime, bergamot, and tropical fruits. In the heart, coconut milk, coconut water, jasmine, and white blossoms. And in the base, it has tonka bean and white musk. I have shown you this perfume before. I always tell you, I feel like there is something woody in there because to me, it does lean a little bit, not masculine, but more unisex than it sounds like. To me, the notes sound so typically feminine and it just, to me, does not smell like that at all. It is very unisex. I know a lot of men who wear it, a lot of women who wear it, and it's just perfection. I am not, and I wanted to tell you that in the beginning, I'm not really the one for all of the tropical fruits. The tiare flower I don't really enjoy a lot of times, or frangipani, and all of those mixed together with coconut and lime a lot of times to me leans a little bit in the cloying direction. They are oftentimes a little bit too sharp and just too heavy for me, and this does not have any of those notes. It just smells like the most perfect cocktail you can ever think of, like a mojito or like a caipirinha, those types of cocktails. This is what it smells like. It's long lasting, it's super strong without being too much. It's never too much. I get a lot of compliments. It's super refreshing, not too sickly sweet, but still fun and sweet enough. And it's just my baby. I love it so much. Next up, I had to show you one of my Idôles from Lancôme. I decided on Idôle Aura, and this is the most fun out of all of them, but I could have chosen any of them. They are all very beautiful, modern, fun rose scents, but this time they paired it with fleur de sel, so sea salt. This has the main accords of floral, sweet, and creamy, and it has top notes of fleur de sel, bergamot, and it has a lot of roses in the heart and jasmine, and in the base it has heliotrope, vanilla, and musk. To me, this is the most creamy, sweet rose with sea salt on top. And this is what I crave a lot of times because rose scents sometimes can be a little bit too, I don't want to say boring, but too simple. And right now, at least, I love to smell like a snack and to have like a rose scent that smells like a dessert, like a rose water infused vanilla cream. That is what I want to smell like, and this is what it smells like. It's so beautiful. It's long lasting. You don't need a lot, and one of my favorites from the designer world for sure. And just so you know, I'm trying to do like a niche one, more expensive designer, and then a more budget friendly option because this is what my collection looks like. And I love it. So I think I've never heard anyone talk about this perfume. This is Juicy Couture Bye Bye Blues. I hope you can get it still. I wanted to feature Palm Trees Please as well, but I think that one is very hard to get, and I hope this one is easier to get. The other one, just quickly, is a matcha green tea, super sweet scent. It's lovely. I love my tea scents. And this one is in a similar direction. So this has the main accords of aquatic, citrus, and fresh, with notes of bluebell, watery fruits, amber, aquatic notes, blue orchid, driftwood, lemon, lotus, and musk. A lot of notes I adore and enjoy a lot. I wanted to feature something aquatic in here because sometimes I just crave something watery, maybe something a little bit cooling, refreshing, but still fun. And this one is exactly that. It's sweet, you get a lot of fruits, and you get something woody in there and something floral. I love lotus in fragrances, but you also get this watery feeling without being like an acqua di gioia, but it's in the same direction. Just to me, a lot more easy to wear, very fun and young, and not very complicated. It's not a wow scent, but this to me is just something I don't have to think about. It's super inexpensive. It's not very strong, but you can just overspray. Perfect for the gym. This is the perfect gym scent, or if you want to go somewhere hot that day, this is perfect to spray on and just feel refreshed and still, I don't know, not smelling like a deodorant, because it is floral and sweet at the same time. And then I have to show you a tea perfume. I was debating on Ylang by Armani, which is one of my all-time favorites, but I thought I've shown you this Armani one so many times that I'm gonna feature this one instead. So this is Melody of the Sun by Mancera. This is my only Mancera perfume I have in my collection, but I don't think it will be the last. This was not a blind buy, but I saw it in a perfumery, tested it, and immediately bought it because it was exactly what I craved in that moment. That was 1 year ago in the summertime. So this has the main accords of citrus, fresh, and fruity, with notes of lemon, lavender, grapefruit, pear, blackcurrant, cardamom, green tea, jasmine, cedarwood, osmanthus, and in the base you have mate, amber, and musk. This is such a beautiful green tea scent. It leans in a direction that a lot of tea perfumes lean in, like citrusy, a little bit spicy, fresh, green, but this time I feel like it's a lot more sweet than, for example, Ylang. But the Palm Trees Please I just talked about from Juicy Couture is super sweet, like a sweet iced tea from the supermarket. And this one is a lot more elegant and subdued. And you definitely have to test it out at first. I don't think it's blind buy safe, because some of the notes, especially the mate, can lean a little bit earthy and natural smelling. I don't know if you know what I mean, but yeah, I think you should definitely try it out first. But this is one of the most long-lasting tea perfumes I have in my collection. It's still not a beast mode, which is surprising with Mancera because they tend to be super long-lasting. This one is not, but still a lot longer lasting than most of my other tea perfumes. Then one of my absolute favorite perfumes of all time, but especially for summertime. I'm so looking forward to wearing this. This is Orange Soleila by Guerlain. It is from the Aqua Allegoria line, so not as expensive as others from this brand. And this is just summer in a bottle to me. This has the main accords of fresh, citrus, and fruity, like most of my perfumes in this video, with notes of blood orange, bergamot, woody notes, peppermint, pink pepper, and tonka bean. I just smelled, what is it called? Arancia di Sicilia from Paris Monte Carlo, is that the name? And that one has a lot of common notes, but that one is just a little bit dusty smelling on me and not as juicy as this. This is superior to me, and it is, I think, a lot more inexpensive, right? This is not the longest lasting perfume. but this line is not known to have very beast mode perfumes. But you can see I used a lot of this perfume already. I've had it for years. This is my happy scent. If I have a day where I feel down, I use this. If I have a headache, I use this and it helps me actually. Or if I want to just feel refreshed, I use that one. It's just a no-brainer to me. To me, I always say, to me it smells like a popsicle, like an orange popsicle, watery, sugary orange ice with a wooden stick, because there are woody notes and you can definitely get those. It has this minty feeling as well in the back, and it's just so juicy and refreshing, not too sour, and the tonka bean just makes it sweet enough. So it's not like a cleaning product smelling perfume, not at all, but like a super smooth, sweet blood orange with woody notes. It's so incredible. And I think this will be with me for life. Next up, we have the newest addition to my collection in this video. This is Bade'e Sublime by Lattafa. And this is an apple perfume. And I had it as a sample and I immediately was like, yep, add to cart. This I have to have in a full bottle. So this has the main accords of fruity, sweet, and fresh, with notes of apple, lychee, and rose in the top, plum and jasmine in the heart, and moss, patchouli, and vanilla in the base. I don't smell a lot of those things. To me, it's like a Middle Eastern fruit salad with some floral touches, but it's most of all a very loud apple perfume, but like a deep apple, not a Be Delicious, I'm 15 kind of apple smell, but like more adult appropriate. It's so beautiful. It's long lasting, not beast mode, but a lot of people say that it smells similar to Eat and Juicy Apple by Kayali, which I agree with. Not the same, but in the same family. But the other one is not as long lasting on me, and I've had that other one for 2 years maybe. This one is longer lasting for sure. And it just has, just like the other one, this Middle Eastern touch. I would have guessed that there was not moss and patchouli, but maybe like an oud note or like something almost resinous in there. It's so interesting, makes it super sexy and attractive smelling, and it's a seductive fruity perfume that you can still wear throughout the day and as an office scent, I would say, because it's most of all a fruity sweet scent, but it's not a super fresh scent. I hope that helps. The next one is the perfect duo, and I always take both of them with me to any vacation. This together with this. Actually, I think I've never paired those two together. Maybe I should this year. This is Ylang in Gold by Micallef. I don't know if the packaging looks the same because I've had this bottle for years, but it has those gold flecks in it and it looks beautiful and it smells incredible. This is my favorite Micallef perfume for sure. This is a masterpiece to me. I fell in love with this perfume. The story was I loved Cashmere by Chopard, which to me smells quite alike, but that one is very fleeting and a little bit more fall and winter appropriate. And then I smelled this and was like, oh my God, this is the perfect version for the summertime. So this has the main accords of sweet, floral, and creamy with notes of citrus fruits, geranium, ylang, sandalwood, vanilla, and coconut. You can smell all of the notes, but mixed together to perfection. This is the creamiest, sweetest, tropical perfume you can think of. This just smells like a vacation, maybe in the Dominican Republic. I think this is where I took this one, for example, and I loved it there. This is so beautiful. And I told you that I'm not the biggest fan of like tiare, frangipani mixed together with coconut, not too sweet. And this sounds exactly like that, but it is Ylang Ylang. And Ylang Ylang to me is very different than a tiare or a frangipani, and to me more manageable and more plateable. And it's just such a creamy floral in itself, mixed together with vanilla and coconut and sandalwood makes it super creamy, also super sweet, and the citrus fruits and the geranium just give it this kick, just making it a little bit more fresh and floral, elegant. It's such an elegant perfume, and every time I wear it, I get a compliment. Everyone loves this, men, women, everyone. Also, longevity and performance is top notch. Speaking of Ylang Ylang perfumes, creamy perfumes, and also sweet vanilla perfumes, you could think that they are quite alike. They are not actually. So this is one of my favorite perfumes of all time. I had to show it to you. This is Good Girl Blush by Carolina Herrera, my favorite from her for sure. This has the main accords of floral, sweet, fruity, and creamy, with notes of bergamot, bitter almond, peony, ylang ylang, vanilla, and tonka bean. And as I said, sounds quite alike. It's not actually. They are both creamy vanilla, so sweet, creamy scents with a beautiful ylang ylang. But this one has a very strong peony note, and the peony mixed with the ylang ylang is just floral perfection. It has this elegant vibe, but then tropical at the same time, mixed together with this sweet creamy vanilla and this burst of bergamot, very citrusy as well. And the bitter almond you can definitely get, and it's in the best way possible. Bitter almond is not always my favorite, but in here it's just, to me, this is perfection. I always crave it, and I have to tell myself to wear my other perfumes because this is just something I want to wear every day. It's perfect. It's perfect for a date night, everyday scent. You can wear it, I think, from spring to fall, maybe also in the winter time. Who cares? I love it. The performance is good, price is good. I detest the bottle, but other than that, it's stunning. Then I have a gem for you. This is so underrated. It's so inexpensive and it's so good. So this is I Love Love by Moschino. The packaging and the bottle is very interesting. It's very Moschino. But this has the main accords of fresh, citrus, and fruity. But it doesn't really smell just like that. This has notes of grapefruit, lemon, red currant. In the heart it has rush, tea rose, and cinnamon. And in the base it has cedarwood, musk, and Tanaka wood. I don't get any cinnamon. A lot of people say it smells like Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. I agree. But Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue just does not work on me that well. The original one also doesn't have the best lasting power on me, and the intense version I just don't really like on my skin that much. But this one is just, to me, a lot more watery and almost like fruity, and both of them feel quite unisex. So first of all, they are citrusy, grapefruit and lemon at the top, like very citrusy, and it stays like that throughout the wear time. But then you do have a lot of those woody notes, making it a lot more unisex leaning. But then you have the tea rose, and on me, the tea rose is quite present together with the red currant, which makes it fruity and floral, but not too much. It's mostly citrusy and woody with those touches, but that makes it so interesting to me, and it's very well blended. And the only thing is that the longevity is not the best, just like Light Blue. But that one I got for not a lot of money, let's say it like that. It's very inexpensive and it's so cooling and refreshing. This is one of the scents I don't always want to have something super creamy and sweet and tropical. Sometimes I crave something more refreshing and cooling, and this is exactly that. Then I have an oldie but a goodie. This is one of my oldest perfumes in my collection. Not this bottle, but the scent itself. This is English Pear and Freesia by Jo Malone. And this to me is such a memory perfume. This was a perfume I had as a hand wash in my first apartment on my own. And it's just a specific memory I have in my head. And for that reason, I cannot wear it every single day because it's, you know, like such a nostalgic perfume to me. But still, it's so beautiful. It's so underrated. And I want to share it with you. So this has the main accords of floral, fruity, and fresh, with notes of white freesia, of course, and pear, but also woods, amber, and patchouli. I don't get patchouli a lot, maybe in the back, but it's a very simple perfume. It's all about freesia and super sweet, juicy pear. And then you have something ambery in the base. That's what I get. I don't really get a patchouli. Maybe it's a patchouli amber hand-in-hand situation, which anchors the scent, makes it a little bit more longer lasting than other fragrances from this line. I don't get too much woods, but this is a perfect take on a fun, happy, fruity scent that is still remaining elegant and mature enough to be worn by anyone for like an office situation, everyday scent. And it's a perfect everyday scent. It's so beautiful and it does not smell like everything else. Next up, we have the perfect fresh out of the shower scent. If you want something for the summertime where you just feel fresh and clean the whole day, and maybe even the next, try the Harmonist Yin Transformation. They have two in the line. This is the Parfum version, and this is the longest lasting fresh perfume you can think of. This has main accords of floral, creamy, and sweet, with notes of rose, orchid, mandarin orange, and the heart it has almond milk, ylang, and iris. And in the base it has sandalwood, white musk, and benzoin. It has all notes I love, and everything together is just perfection. This is so clean but creamy. It's sweet but not too sweet because it still remains clean and smelling like maybe like a vanilla luxurious body lotion, cream, body butter. It's almost a little bit more thick if you think of the consistency. And I want to love all of the clean perfumes like Blanche by Byredo or Anton de Neige, but those are just a little bit too simple for me a lot of times, and also just sometimes lean a little bit more sharp. And this one is blended so smoothly. It's incredible. You don't need a lot of this. It will last the whole day until the next, and I love it so much. We will end this video with, I think, one of the cheapest perfumes in this video, and this is a celebrity perfume. This is Britney Spears' Jungle Fantasy. And no, I don't hesitate showing you perfumes like that. If it smells good, I'm gonna show it to you. And I love this perfume. This is actually one of the ones I wear the most. And this is just exactly what I crave as an everyday scent. If I want something clean and fresh, but still sweet and fun, but not too juvenile smelling. I love the bottle. I think it's so cute. But regarding the notes, it has the main accords of aquatic, fruity, and sweet, with notes of violet, watermelon blossom, yuzu, gardenia, water lily, cake, and tonka bean. Doesn't smell like cake. It smells super fruity, fresh, sweet, with this beautiful gardenia water lily mix. I can smell both of those florals in here. It's definitely sweet. It's a Britney Spears perfume, so it's gonna be fun and sweet. But I feel like because of the gardenia, which is a very mature floral to me, it doesn't lean too juvenile. I enjoy it as an everyday scent, and I always put it in my handbag because in the office sometimes fragrances, doesn't matter which one, does wear off and you cannot really smell yourself. And before I go somewhere else, I like to spray this, and it's perfect every time. It's not like a compliment magnet because it's not the longest lasting perfume, but I smell myself and I love it. So these are the perfumes I really want to wear this summer. Please let me know which ones you are going to wear, which ones you can recommend to me, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.